And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name is Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK, and welcome to another episode of Clarity Social TV. Now, I hope everybody's well, whatever the weather is, wherever you are in the world. A little bit wet and damp here in the southeast of the UK, but it's quite muggy and quite mild. So why I've got a jumper on, I have no idea. So I've got the windows open. Hope everybody's well. Lovely Gracie is in the room with you. So if you have any questions, she's there to help. And she said the sound is all good. Thank you very much, Gracie. So we'll do a little bit of chat until some of our friends find the room. But I've got a really lovely, super duper special hour lined up for you here. We've got a couple of new products, and I wanted to do a few little sort of tips and tricks. And so I've got the die cutting machine out, I've got the laminator out, I've got a desk full of little bits and pieces. So maybe you're looking for some last minute gift ideas to make, some little stocking fillers, then this is the hour to follow. So feeling much better. Thank you very much. Yes, goodness knows what happened. It sort of knocked me for 6. And but I'm on the road to recovery. So I'm feeling much better today. I would say 100%, but what's 100%? So yeah, but it's good to be back. I have missed you all, and but yeah, I just thought this hour would take it nice and gentle, because I can't believe the 2nd of December already. The countdown, that 100-day countdown, is counting down super duper fast. I think Barb mentioned yesterday in the shack, it's as if someone's put extra fast batteries in everything. Time is just disappearing. It really is. And when you're feeling unwell, take a couple of days out, that sort of knocks you back even further. So yeah, I've got lots and lots to share with you. Some of you may have already found the new products on the website already. Last night was the end of our Grey Friday event, so thank you very much if you took part in that. And yeah, and I thought a couple of little sort of stocking fillers just to sort of to tease you, tempt you. You know what I'm like, I'm naughty at sort of tempting people. And if you do happen to purchase anything during the course of this hour, you can always put a comment in the bottom and just say Paul made me do it, and then all will be forgiven. Then that's okay, that justifies it. So yes. So I'm going to swap over to a different screen, and I've got a few full screen graphics, and I thought what we'll do is we'll run through those at the beginning, and a lot of the stuff that I'm going to bring in will look on the overhead, and it'll have the item numbers on there as well. Gracie will pop the page up for our Clarity TV shop for all the items that I thought were sort of like essential during the course of this hour. Especially like sort of card blanks. Maybe you need some more card blanks to finish off your Christmas cards, or maybe you've already started on next year's Christmas cards. So yeah, so there's on the claritycrafts.com website, which is the details below. There we go, claritycrafts.com. When you go to the front of the page, there's a button that says Clarity TV Shop. If you click into there, then you'll find everything that I'm going to feature during the course of this hour in all the various different configurations. But you know what? I think everything has got a really sort of nice pocket money, so to speak, price point on it. So let's kick off with a really exciting picture. Okay. And these were brand new. These were something that we launched at the open days, and they were used in the make and takes. So these are our fridge magnets, and when you see this picture, you'll just be blown away at how amazing they are. So the item number for this is 31933. It's a set of 4 fridge magnets. Now, internally, the side for your image is 90 millimeters by 60 millimeters. And we will have a look at those in a little bit more detail, so you can see exactly what you're going to get for those. Now, $5.99. If you belong to any of our clubs, you'll also get your relevant club discount as well. So as a Diamond Club member, that brings it down to £5.09. Then these are literally hot off the press. These are our brand new pre-printed Holly boxes. These are absolutely gorgeous. Jazz put the designs together with Dave. Lisa then printed them, and then Dave cut them out. So we've got a pack of 10, 31936. It's £9 for the pack, which means they're 90p a box, which when you look at that, it's 300 GSM, the same as all of our other pre-printed boxes. And these are absolutely top quality, no glue required, perfect for the festive period. So the item number for that is 31936. Then maybe you've missed out on our festive colours of the original Love, Peace and Hope. You're going to get 5 Love, 5 Peace and 5 Hope. So it's a total of 15 pre-printed boxes in those festive colours. Item number 31888, £13.50, together with your relevant club discounts as well. Then if you want maybe something a little bit more softer, you can go for our pastel collection. And the item number for that is 31887. So again, you've got Love, Peace and Hope. And we'll have a look at the colours on the overhead so you can see exactly what you're going to get for that product. And that's £13.50. Then maybe you're looking to top up on some of the original ones that we launched with our angelic angels. So if you wanted some of the Hope in black, which are perfect for your hot foiling. Blimey, can you hear that rain? Item number 31874. That's £4 for a pack of 5. If you want a little bit of love, then the item number is 31875. And then if you are looking for some little bit of peace, how about item number 31876? And then if you're looking for some of those amazing boxes to decorate yourself, then we do a pack of 5 plain boxes, item number 31877, and they're just £3 a pack, which is silly money. And as a Diamond Club member, that brings it down to £2.55. So I'm going to bring that fantastic image to the side of the fridge magnets. Let's have a look at them on the overhead. So they come to you in the package, and I'm going to open one up so you can see exactly what you get. They come in 2 parts. Okay, these are really lovely quality plastic, and they all come with like a little cutting guide. So if I zoom in now, zoom in on that one, maybe a little bit closer. I'll just allow that to focus. So you've got sort of like your template. So these are perfect for your pictures, your parchment craft, your stamped projects, maybe sort of like just little memories. And so you get a template, you'll get 4 of those in there, and they come in the 2 parts. Let me zoom back out a little bit now. So you've got your lid, and then you have your backing. So your artwork pops in there, and then that goes in there like so. That locks in nice and firmly. And then you've got that super magnet on the back. Okay, now I won't close that one down. Let's have a look at, these are a few little bits that I just managed to put together before the show. So I used some of our little foiled toppers. They come in on this one. So these are images that I'd foiled previously, and then I've just popped them inside. These are lovely poinsettia there, but you can see, even though they're inside, you can still see that lovely hot foiling in there as well. These are like crystal clear. They've done a fantastic job sourcing these, and they prove so popular at the open days. Okay, so that is a set of 4 of those. As I say, maybe you're looking for some little stocking fillers, or you want something to put Christmas Day on the table. Place names, great for personalization. Let me just pop those to one side. Little stocking fillers, something to keep the children or the grandchildren occupied with. Maybe they create, if you're into your mini makes, then these are perfect for keeping your mini makes in. And it doesn't have to be a fridge. I mean, my fridge has got wood on the front, so it wouldn't stick to there. But I've got a magnetic notice board in the kitchen, so great for that. Anything that is metal, they will attach to. So brand new to our friends here at Clarity Towers, but if you were at the open days and you were looking, because I know we ran out at the open days for the make and takes, so you've been waiting for them to come back in. They are available for you now. Then we have the brand new, let me bring the details up here, pre-printed holly. These are absolutely gorgeous. And I've got one open to show you because they've got this sort of illusion of the shadowing, the way in which Jazz has created them. And they're on top quality cardstock. Okay. Now I can hear you asking, but I can't. I'm imagining you're asking, can you hot foil these? You can, and what happens, I did a bit, where did I put that piece? Okay, it doesn't foil all of it. What it does, it gives you a partial foil. So if I come in on this one here, what it's done, it's sort of covered most of it, but it's left in certain areas, little bits of the green coming through. So, but it gives it a really lovely sort of vintage look. So you can, if you wish to, foil them, just like so. Look at that. There we go. But they work beautifully just as they are. And earlier on, I had a little bit of a play, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you how to create a box. Or you can tell these are the ones in the office nobody likes. The oranges and the toffees, that's all I could find. So I'm going to show you how you can change that on any of the boxes. But I just thought this was great for those. So they are brand new today as well. And then I thought, if you're looking to do something like this, then maybe you want to go for some of our A6 acetate sheets. So you get 10 sheets. The item number is 30235. And that'll do 10 boxes if you go for the same size aperture as I have gone for here. Okay, so maybe you want to look at that. Maybe you're looking for something to go inside your boxes, not just chocolates. How about some of our lovely designer tissue paper? The item number for this is 31322. Okay, you're going to get 5 sheets inside, and these are great because you can change the color of them, you can use them for backgrounds. Absolutely beautiful. And what I'll do, let me take one out. I've probably got one open here. Yeah, let me pop that to one side. And I'm going to take one out of the pack here just to show you how big a sheet. Because it says on the front, here we go. Let me open this one up. Let me put my little sweet box to one side. Okay, take that, I'll pop that over there. So this one here, I've got open. So when you open it up, it shows you how to create your own color, then how you can use it to attach with our adhesive sheets as well. So if I open one of these out, you'll see, so probably the screen's probably not wide enough, like so. Okay. I'm going to have to come to the front camera on this. So I've already opened it out once, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is how big they are. Okay, so I reckon that's got to be the size of 2 A3 sheets, I'd say. So if I fold it in half, I reckon that's an A3 sheet, because if I take a piece of A4, it's bigger. Yeah, definitely bigger. So, and it's lovely, especially at Christmas, if you're looking to maybe put it inside the crackers, put it inside. So a pack of this, if you're going to put in those little boxes, doesn't need much. I'd say probably about that much. That's all you probably need, is that size there, just to scrumple up and pop inside your gift boxes if you wanted to. Okay, so that I wanted to share with you as well. Then if you're going to go for the acetate to do the window, I highly recommend the Hi-Tac tape, which is 30375, 6.2 ultra high tack, and that's what I used on the inside of the little box there. Then if you're looking for a little set of essential sentiments, then how about the gift card pouches? If I come into here, let's pop that to one side. So this is the gift card pouches stamp set, the gift greeting cards. So inside you've got 2, you have love, from, have the best day, you deserve a treat, a gift for you, thank you for being you. And these were launched when we did it must have been about June of last year when we did the open days, because we did the voucher pouch. I think it was last year. The voucher pouch make and takes, and we've also got the gift card pouches as well. So if I zoom out on this, this is your refill pack. So in here, we'll have a look at this, item number 31657. You're going to get 10 pre-cut and pre-scored gift card pouches, 10 pre-cut and pre-scored card holders, 10 blank toppers for decorating, and 10 5.5 by 5.5 inch envelopes. So if I open this up just to show you how they work, like so. So Christmas time, gift vouchers, an easy gift to give at Christmas is a lovely gift voucher. So these here, if I take this one like so, these are all pre-scored. So you're going to fold it in like so. I've got my bone folder. Okay, that folds like so. That one folds in there. So that now becomes your little wallet. So you would just seal that down the side and you've got your little pocket. Then you have your gift card holder. So these are something else that Dave makes as well. So you've got that, like so. And then you put like your little gift voucher in there. You could put your mini makes, your PTCs in there. That then slots on the inside. You've got a blank piece of card to decorate on the top if you choose to. And then finally, you have your envelope to pop it all in to give to that recipient on Christmas Day. Okay. So that was something else I wanted to share with you. I'm sort of deconstructing everything here. So just a reminder, the item number for that is 31657. Okay, what else? Okay, let me have a look. Let's pop that over there. I've got so much stuff to share, but we've got an hour together, haven't we? So, okie doke. Okay, so yes, we've had a question from Margaret, and the boxes are just slightly too small for the coasters. So all I would say at this point is watch this space. I know it has been brought up and it's been discussed. Mr. Dave is looking into that for us. So so I would say at this point in time, watch this space. Okay, never say never. I think it was one of those. I think the platen press can only take a die of a certain size. So I think there are plans to do something, but it might be up here. But all I would say is watch this space, Margaret. So, okay, what else? So let me show you a couple of boxes that I put together whilst we were at the open days, which seems such a long time ago now. So I took some of the plain ones and I used some of Barb's lovely toppers to decorate, and I foiled these. So I don't know if you can see, you've got that lovely gentle shimmer. And what I love about these little boxes is they've got these little flaps that you can open them and then put them on the inside like so. So this was one that I created. Here's one that I foiled. So this is using the gold foil. And just see if I can get that to come in. Let me come in on this camera because that would definitely pick up that lovely gold shimmer on that. Then I was using some of the papers from some of the kits and I foiled those. So there, and obviously you can do that with it as well. This is just the plain boxes. I use some of the other foil kits to decorate as well. Okay, using that lovely rose gold. This is another one. You can see I got carried away at the open days, didn't I? But these are just great little gift boxes, aren't they? And it's the same principle for all of them, whether you've gone for the plain ones, whether you've gone for the pre-printed ones. And obviously, once you've foiled them, you can also apply colour over the top as well. And then this is one of my favourites. This was some of the waste from Barb's little 5x5 festive. Look at that. The quality of the foils is second to none. It really, really is. And I know we've got so much in 2026 to look forward to when it comes to the foils and the different kits and so many different ideas as well. Okay, so that's a selection of little boxes. Now, talking of the foiling, obviously we've got the red ones, which you'll find on the show page, and we did find a handful of the purple ones. Okay, so if you wanted the purple one originally, because that's where it all started with the purple one, and then we sold all that stock. When we got the new delivery, it changed color to red. However, lurking in a box in the corner of the office, we found 3. That's all I'm going to say. There's 3 purple left. So if you're thinking, oh, you know what, I've been waiting for that, then now's your perfect opportunity to take advantage of that if you wish. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you as well. Okay, what else? So we'll have a look at the rest of it later. So what I wanted to do is have a little play with the boxes. Okay, so if I bring in one of the new Holly boxes, and what I'm going to do, you can do with any of our boxes, whether it be the pre-printed, the plain boxes, it's entirely up to you. So I thought, how about if we put a little window inside so we can reveal what is in there? So maybe sort of you're doing Christmas cookies or something at Christmas fairs, and you want the recipient to see that what type of cookies on the inside. Really, really easy. All you need are basic die sets. So you could go square, you could go circle. It's entirely up to you. So I've done this one in square. So I thought, let's change it up. Let's go for a circle. So if I bring in my nested circle dies, I've got mine in a folder because they're all sort of loose. Okay. And right, let me see. I'm just going to reach in here. I reckon that one might do it. Maybe I want to go a little bit smaller. Next one down. So it's all depends how much of a reveal you want. Right, I'm going to go for that one. Okay. So you could do this with your squares. You could do a circle. Maybe I will go that one. I don't know. No, let's do this one. Decisions. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to obviously create the hole in the middle. Now, when you're doing it, you need to do it on the one that has the flap, the one that's got that tiny little notch in the top. If you do it in this one, then it's going to be at the bottom. Okay. But it's at the bottom, so you just turn the box upside down. We're going to put it die cutting side down. Now, I will say, because these are pre-printed and we've got our low tack tape, okay, it can catch. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to de-tack the low tack tape to make it even more low tack than normal. Okay. And then I'm going to attach to the center of that square, like so. Just attach it there. And then I'm going to create my sandwich. Works in all leading die cutting machines. That goes on there. It fits perfectly within an A4 plate. That goes on top. And then we'll just run that through the machine. So what we're doing now is we're just creating an aperture within the box, and it could be any of the boxes whether you've gone for the plain ones. What you could also do, doodle dies. Okay. Right, let's have a look. So we have our aperture now, like so. Let's pop that there. So if you wanted to, we just gently take this off, because this now becomes a gift tag, doesn't it? So gently peel it away. Okay. Easy does it. Like so. So there we have our aperture. That's going to go turn to the inside. I mean, you could use this for the inside of the box if you wanted to, but I think this will make a lovely tag, or you could use it as a topper on the gift card. Maybe a little 4x4 card blanks, they'd be great. Then all I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of the A6 acetate. Now, when you look at the acetate, you're thinking, goodness me, that's not very clear. The reason being, it's got protective covering on both sides. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to cut it down so it's slightly smaller than the inside of the box. So the inside of the box is about 4 inches. So if I go, say, 3 3/4 all the way around, like so, keep those little bits of acetate because they may come in useful for something else. Okay, just double check that I've cut it small enough to fit on the inside, which I have. Okay, then in comes the high-tack tape. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run that around all 4 sides, like so. Okay. Probably many of you have already done this already, and because I haven't been on Facebook for a while, you've probably already been doing this, haven't you? And there's me thinking, oh no, let's do something different. It's probably well out there already, but hey ho. So this is where the high-tack tape comes into its own right. Okay, just like so. Ooh. Okay. How's everyone doing? I bet who's got all their Christmas cards made already for this year and has made a start on next year. Okay, I'm going to take my 1 needle bowl tool and I'm going to remove the backing. So there's 1 off, 2, 3, and 4. So that's all 4 sides removed. Now what I need to do is remember to remove the backing on here. So I'm going to remove one side first. So I'm just going to just gently tease the plastic. You see it's got this lovely film on it to protect it. So I've taken that off. That's going to go in face down, like so. That's now being held nice and secure. And then I can remove the second backing from this side, like so. And now I've got a crystal clear aperture. I mean, you don't have to put acetate behind the window. You could leave the window open, couldn't you? Okay, so now we've done that, what we're going to do, this is where the bone folder comes into play. And we're all going to do, because this is top quality cardstock, okay, I tend to start at one end and I fold it in just with my hand, and then I'll use a bone folder to give me that lovely, crisp, clean fold. Okay, then we're going to work our way around. That one goes that way, like so. So lovely to put, and I love that the box doesn't require any glue or any tape. So easy to put together. One goes there. One goes there. That one comes in. So I tend to do all those ones first. Okay. Then I'll come round and then I do sort of I call the long sides. And that one's folded there. But this is lovely. I saw this on Jazz's desk and I said to Jazz, oh, what are these? She went, oh, Dave asked me to do some designs for Holly and this is what we've come up with. I said, oh. I said, right. I said, I've got a box show this afternoon. They'd be perfect for that. Okay, so that's all the sides folded. So then all you're going to do is, starting at the opposite end of the lid, that folds in like so. And there's a little slit that's been cut in the box. And you can see that it slightly protrudes at this end. Okay, so that goes like so. that pushes inside. And then what I tend to do is just give it a little, turn it upside down, and you just push that little protruding element through. It doesn't show, but what it does, it locks that into place, like so. That all then folds in, and that then gives you your perfect little box that you can fill. Let me zoom in now. That you can fill with whatever you want to. But that aperture with the acetate gives it that professional look as well, doesn't it? See? So whether you've gone for some sweets, like I have, so let's see, put the sweets in this one, so I can share the sweets now. So this person can have those three, and this person can have those three. There we go. But they look a little bit lost in there, don't they? So that's where the tissue paper would come into play. Where did I put my piece of tissue paper? There we go. So if I take a piece of my tissue paper, then you're going to get 5 pieces of tissue paper. Let me just bring that in from there. And it's lovely. When I open it up, you'll see it's got this lovely floral print on it. I'm just going to cut a piece so you can see. Okay, I reckon it only literally needs 1 piece. Now, if you're doing this at home, you cut it a little bit more tidily. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see that lovely floral image on there. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so let's pop that over there. So you're going to get 5 sheets of that tissue paper, 31322. And I know it's really, really good value for money. And if you're looking for something a little bit special to wrap your gifts in this year, I mean, it seems a little bit special to wrap presents in, but or just keep it for yourself. And don't forget, you've got inside the booklet or the wrap that comes in, Barb shows you how you can change the color of it by just using a dye-based ink. Really, really beautiful because it resists from the print on the tissue paper. Excuse me. So let's have a look. So if I take one of this, and all I'm going to do is just scrunch it up a little bit. So if I change the color of this, I could have done it to complement the inside. So now, rather than having all my sweets rolling around, I could just put my little bit of tissue paper in there, just to cushion the sweets, and I can position them so that they look nicely, or as nicely as can be before they get eaten. See? And they don't move around now. Amazing what a little bit of tissue paper can do. So that was one thing to do with the boxes, but I just thought the tissue paper and the acetate, so we'll bring those details in on the overhead for you. So your tissue paper is 313322. Your 10 sheets of A6 acetate is 30235. So say 1 pack, you'll be able to make 2 boxes, 10 boxes, and have lots of little bits left over, which I'm sure, I mean, even if you cut a smaller aperture, depends how much you want, you could do loads of little circles, couldn't you? So it sort of does a partial reveal. And then the one that I'd cut out from the square, I just scored and turned it into a little gift tag as well. So you can pop that inside, a little present. Okay, Right. Okay. Pop that to one side. So that was that. And then at the end of the table, I spy our lovely doodle dies. Now, I know Barb featured these yesterday during the 2 o'clock show. I'm just going to have a slurp of coffee. How's everybody doing? I wonder, hang on. I've just had a thought. Dangerous, I know. Yes. Look, little fridge magnets fit within the boxes. I wonder if I'll get all 4 in 1, 2, 3, and then here's one I haven't finished. 4. There we go. You'll get 4 of those fridge magnets in one of the little boxes. And then all it would need would just be some of that lovely tissue paper just to pad out to stop it sliding around. There we go. Christmas present for someone there. Okay, let me have a look. Let me bring some details up on the screen. Let me bring the new pack of 10 pre-printed holly boxes up on the screen for you, because I've just seen these at the end of the table. Now, let me just grab them out and we'll have a look, because these would be brilliant for topping, layering on top of your cards as well. But before we do that, there's a couple of other things I want to share with you. Okay, decisions. Let's go for that one first, then that one, then that one, then that one. Right, okay. We were talking about sort of stocking fillers. So we've got those amazing fridge magnets. Picture. What we'll do is I'll try and get these images of the little pieces that I've made uploaded against the product, so they look a little bit more than. I mean, it's like the white boxes. If I put a picture up of the white boxes, it's white boxes. So yes, so we'll have a look at those. Now, the other thing to share with you, coasters, because lovely Margaret mentioned coasters earlier. So if you're looking to make gifts, let me just zoom out on that one. So we've got our lovely Pergamano coasters. There's 4 in a pack. If you want them individually, the item number is 70132. If you want to buy 2 packs, then the item number for that is 70260. Maybe you want to have a look at some bookmarks. So the item number for some bookmarks is 70131. Okay, so there are a couple of other things I wanted to share with you. Then, okay, it's a cracker. It really is. Christmas cracker card blanks. You're going to get 12 cracker blanks in this, ready for you to decorate. Again, Mr. Dave makes these on the machines downstairs. Item number 31742. So blank canvas, so you could decorate with whichever you want. You know what would be lovely? The bow wall papers that have been foiled, you could put that around the centerpiece. Sam's new funky tree ones would be brilliant for that. Or maybe you like a little bit of colouring. Then we have Barb's Good Gnome crackers. Item number 31188. And let me show you these, because the picture on the packaging really doesn't help. Let's have a look. Let's take one of these out so you can see exactly what's on the crackers. So they all have the same designs. You've got a little space for the person's name, and then you've got the 3 little be good, feel good, do good gnomes that were doodled in the shack many a moon ago, and so great for colouring in, again, giving as a gift. And these will be crackers that come out year after year after year. Alternatively, maybe you want to make a little cube box. Maybe your present that you want to give somebody is a little bit bigger than the actual boxes. Maybe they're too shallow. Maybe you want to put Ferrero Rocher in them. So then this is where our die cut cube boxes come into play. Item number 31160, and you get a pack of 10 of those. This is what they look like when they're assembled. Okay. Nice solid construction. And then when you decorate them, this was decorated using lovely Jane Nesterenko winter scene sampler and the doodle dies. See how the doodle dies just work perfectly to decorate the boxes. So as a comparison in relation to our new style boxes, you can see there, if I put them on the side, the difference. So that will definitely take Ferrero Rocher. That one will not take Ferrero Rocher. So all about, but these are great for table presents. I mean, both these are great for table presents. Lottery tickets, great in there. Or you could use those voucher pouch ones for lottery tickets. Obviously, please gamble reasonably. But these would be ones that you could potentially bring out every year, couldn't you? Or you could put a little bit of ribbon through the middle and you could hang them from the tree. And you can also cut your little apertures in the boxes as well and use that aperture, the acetate to create little windows. Or you could use designer parchment. See, I didn't even consider the designer parchment for the pre-printed ones because I thought it'd be a little bit overpowering. But if you've gone for the plain boxes, then you could cut your aperture and you could put your designer parchment behind it, couldn't you? So many ways to sort of add colour and design to something that can be quite plain. Okay, so we have a question from the lovely Pat. Does a tissue paper foil? I don't know. Should we give it a go? No harm in trying, is there? Okay, let's give it a go. Let me turn on my laminator. So while that's warming up, let me take a piece of the tissue paper. It might do. I hadn't even considered, because it isn't something that we print, it was something that was printed for us already. I don't know whether it would. So let's take a piece. You know what, it's that what if. If it works, then, well, if it works, that's going to be amazing. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not going to, you can still use the tissue paper afterwards and you'll still be able to use the foil afterwards as well. So now there will be a side, let me see, I need to get the glasses on, that it has been printed on. Is it easy? I can't easily tell. It's, I don't know, it sounds weird. It sounds as if it's been embedded within the tissue, but it hasn't. So you know what? We'll try it both sides. If it doesn't work on one, we'll try it on the other. And if it still doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. Let me grab some foil. Like so. Okay. I'll take our foil. Who knows? Nothing like a bit of live TV. So I'm gonna. Let me see. I'm gonna put a little pen mark. Let me grab a pen. I need a pen. I'm gonna put F for front. Okay, so I know when I take it out, if I put F, I'm going to try the front, what I think is the front first, and then we'll see what happens. And then when I turn it over and we put it back in again, all right, I need a carrier sheet. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to take an A4 carrier sheet. I'm just going to fold it in half, like so. Okay. I'm going to put the tissue paper in. I'm going to put the foil. So, okay, so I've got my F. Maybe in a different light, it might be obvious which way it's been printed. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my laminator. It should stretch. There we go. Let's have a look. Okay, right. So we're going to slowly feed that in. Because it's tissue paper and foil, there's no rigidity to it. So all I'm going to do, I'm just holding it sort of taut until I can feel it sort of coming out the back. There we go. Starts to come through on the other side. Let me change the details on the screen to this. So this is like the waiting game, isn't it? Will it work? Will it not work? Who knows? But you know what? Give it a go. Give it a go. No harm in that, is there? Got nothing else to be doing on this rainy Tuesday afternoon. Right. We have a drum roll, please. Okay. Ta-da! Nothing. Okay, so it hasn't ruined the tissue paper, so I can still use that. Hasn't ruined the foil, so I can still do that. So let's now flip it over and try it on that side. Okay. We might be pleasantly surprised, might we? I don't with my glasses, no. Hang on. Okay, we'll bring that in again. And we're going to feed it slowly through the laminator. This would be amazing if it does. Very good question, Pat. If it works, excellent. You've got full credit. If it doesn't work, you've still got full credit. Dum, dum, dum. Make some cards while you're waiting, couldn't you? I'm keeping it on the overhead so you can see it, so that there's no trickery here. I've got well, I don't know. I can only guess, can't I? But let's have a look. Okay. Ready? Should see what happens. Okay. Open it up. And looking at it, I'm going to say it hasn't. Ta-da! It hasn't. So in answer to your question, Pat, you can't foil the tissue paper. But it was a very, very good question, because if it hadn't worked, that would have been absolutely, well, it would have just elevated the tissue paper. We would have had to put the price up. But yeah, thank you very much for asking, and I hope that answered your question. Maybe others in the room had the same question. Um, but yeah, there you go. It doesn't work. Right, okay. I was sorry, where was I going earlier? Doodle dies. Okay. So, I know, easily distracted. So I know Barb was showcasing the doodle dies yesterday, and I know one of her favourite ones is the film strip. So all of these you'll find on the website. They're available individually. They're also available as a bundle as well. And the idea behind them, that if you put all of these are all individual dies, okay? And if you put them all through together exactly as they are on the carrier sheet, then what you'll end up with is individual frames, okay? Because the cutting edge is only on the outside of each of the dies. So when you cut them out individually, what you get are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different panels. Same design, but in 10 different sizes. So when we come to look at our lovely boxes, I would say that, let's have a look, maybe this one. See, that would sit beautifully. Let me grab an empty one. So that would sit beautifully and frame that one. So that one is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one. I think the sixth, the next one up from the center, would probably be too big. Let's have a look. I don't know. It's probably the same sort of size as the box. Okay, so you could do that, and then you could put an aperture in the middle. So it's all about having choices, isn't it? So that's your film strip option. I'm not going to go through all of them. All I'm going to do, I'm going to choose one of my, I'm going to go for the heart one. Okay, because heart, love can be sent any time of the year. Okay, so if I take the one that we just mentioned, so the heart is item number 31387. So if I take that die just there, like so, so that's going to be that one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do two. So if I take this one, let's just to try something. Okay, so let's pop that to one side. Okay, that's going to go there. I'm going to grab, I've got a card blank here, and we're going to pop that. I'll do one there and one there, only because it's a pre-scored card already. Okay, and then we're going to run that through our die cutting machine. Okay, like so. That goes on there. I'm not going to worry about taping them down. Some copy paper on top, just to give it a little bit of a nudge with an extra shim, and then we'll run that through the machine. Okay. So then what I'm going to do, let me see. If I take, let's take a love box blank. Okay. So now we'll open that up. Okay, come up there. So you can see it's left an aperture within the card because it's only got the outside cutting edge. Let's pop that over there. Then we're going to push that out of the die. I'll pop those over there, like so. Okay. So now if I take, let me just take one of these boxes. So I'm using Love. This could be the black one that I've already foiled. Actually, I've got one that I've already foiled here, haven't I? So let me pop that one over there. So this would now sit on there, which in a way sort of hides the beautiful design. But if you had like a stamped image, when you look, the rest of it all the way around is still saying Love. And it says Love underneath as well. But then if I take the larger one, like so, the large one actually fits, that's the top there, fits perfectly on top as well. So maybe you've gone for one of the blanks, like the plain ones, and this has been done in, say, companion paper or a different color cardstock. When you pop that on top, then you can then decorate exactly how you want to. But for like little finishing touches, it's great for doing that, especially with those dies, the panel dies, they really do make a difference. And the quality on these boxes are amazing. I say they're all 300 GSM, all made by Mr. Clarity, Mr. Dave, here at Clarity headquarters. I like the idea of introducing a little window, a little aperture within them. The acetate protects whatever is inside. I'm just going to turn that laminator off. Yeah, it's all about having choices, isn't it? And then if you've gone for some of our new magnets, see that I could take those out. Let's give the toffees to somebody else, and then we could pop those in there. That goes in there. See, even that would be nice. You could create an aperture on the inside, and you could put if you didn't want to put acetate, you could put an image behind, couldn't you? Yeah. So stamp a little image, create your aperture, stick it to the inside there, but obviously just make sure if it's a design that works in a specific way, that when it's on, it's that way and it's not that way. Yeah, so many ideas. So thank you very much for your company this wet and horrible Tuesday afternoon here in the UK. I hope I've kept you entertained for an hour or so and you've learned something. The tissue paper was definitely a great question, and I'm glad that was asked, because I wouldn't have thought about it maybe until afterwards and thinking, will it work or not? So thank you very much for that, Pat. And as always, thank you to the lovely Gracie for helping out. And where are we now? We're Tuesday. So Friday, we'll be back with you here at 10 a.m. and 2 o'clock on Clarity Social TV. And 10 a.m. Something very, very special at 10 a.m. on Friday. So enjoy the rest of your day and your week, and we look forward to keeping you company again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye. Thanks, Grace.